See, she tells you everything, huh? Palace. You know what? I can't do this.
I tried everything. You have taught me since I was a little girl to be a good wife.
That boy put his hands on you!
I didn't realize how deep in the red I was. When this divorce is over, I want to be in the black.
Honestly, I never liked the way he treated you. I always thought you were too good for him.
Aren't you glad to see me?
Actually, I'm paying for it.
Could you not put my business out on the street?
joining us for dinner?
Listen, my man.
You know what? We were just about to leave.
I'm trying to order the most expensive bottle of champagne because we finna celebrate.
Dre.
We gonna celebrate what? My divorce. How about that?
Signals while you slow down, don't stop this green light. Now you gotta be special when you know I can't have you. When I'm under the next one, oh, now you want it aggressive. Oh, do you mean you keep on making me believe nightmares turn into a dream? If you're so toxic to me, what am I feeling? Cause I thought it was over, got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. You keep calling me back. I'm just trying to get closer. You pulling me closer and closer. Phone ringing like over and over. Cause you keep calling me back. La 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 la. Why you keep calling me back? Switch up, I'd rather we never pick up. But can we slip up and mix up sometimes? You say it don't mean it, just want it when it's convenient. Am I crazy for waiting on my side? Now you calling me special when you know I can't have you. When I'm under the next one, oh, now you want it aggressive. Oh, do you mean
expensive bottle of champagne because we finna celebrate.
Dre.
We gonna celebrate what? My divorce. How about that?
And some pork chops. We're gonna celebrate my divorce. Hello. How is everybody doing? Sorry for the hold up in the back. Tyler Perry said he gonna give us some technical difficulties today because he don't want us talking about his movie like that. Because y'all know I'm gonna talk about it like that. Not here to go too hard though. Of course, I am not only streaming today on my platform, but 3 wonderful guests backstage as well. Remember to show love. Remember to run it up on all platforms. We have a hell of a lot to get through today per usual. If you want your comment read, attach $1 to it and keep it cute. Support your girl with them super chats, hitting that like button and getting down there in the comments and showing some love. Leave a black heart for this black divorce because it was always going to be in the black. But not to waste any time, I got to bring Ashley out with the sweet perspective because I would love to know what she liked about this movie, because we're gonna start off positive because I like to be positive in the beginning. Ashley?
Now, friend, listen, one thing about Tyler, one thing he's going to do every single time, he's going to add a level of shock value, and he's going to keep you somewhat entertained throughout the entire film. And he ain't failed me with that. Them first 5-10 minutes, yeah. So, I mean, he's going to do that. It held my attention. I was like, how far are we going to go, Tyler? I mean, it wouldn't be Tyler if a black woman wasn't fighting for her life, literally or figuratively. And he delivered. That's what he's going to do every single time.
You already know we are going to talk about it. I need you guys to bear with us also this chat. I did not want to keep you waiting any longer. For whatever reason, there is an echo if all of the guests outside of myself are on mute. So if you hear an echo, don't be complaining about it. Just be glad we're here. Because I was about to knock all this ish over. And I ain't want to do that because I've been real happy and good mood and I miss y'all. I want to see y'all. But now that we know what Ashley was here for, Kay in the back with the books because she is reading them. Kay, what did you think about Divorce in the Black? Were you here for it? Did you have a good time?
A good time. The only positive I have to say is that I'm happy that he paid the actors their worth. And that's the start and the end of my the positives.
That's it. I mean, we're gonna get into some more because I try with Tyler as I do every single time. We're gonna try to give more than that, Kay, even though we really can't. Last but not least, my girl King Nikki TV is in the back. Just freshly watched this movie this morning. I cannot wait to hear what she has to say because she pulls absolutely no punches. King Nikki TV, welcome to the struggle in the Divorce in the Black.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here. And yes, I literally watched this movie a few hours ago.
What did you think about it?
Well, Richard Lawson really looked like Al Sharpton, so I had a good time. I was laughing the whole movie. I'm be honest, I didn't hate it. I really did not hate it. I actually enjoyed myself.
Oh Lord, we're gonna get into that because I really do feel like this is one of those sadly so bad is good movies. Like it's you can only go into Tyler's movies expecting so much, and if you're expecting a masterpiece or just something great, I feel like you're going to come up short every single time. But getting into the first impressions, I did. That's what I walked away from. I was like, you know what? I'm mad at this, but I'm not. I enjoyed this far more than I did Mia Culpa. I don't know if the energy is the same on the panel, but it's just almost like, okay, how can Tyler outdo himself with hilariosity from the previous film? And he always finds a way. We're going to get into that funeral, but it's just I think I enjoyed it, which is surprising to say. In the worst way, I enjoyed this because there are things that were just really bad. But there were other things that was just like, this just can't be real. Like, why do you keep doing this, Tyler? And we know why, because these films will be forever written, directed, and produced all by Tyler Perry. Like, I don't want to do well on Tyler because I know that's what y'all came here for. Y'all came here for me to read Tyler Perry. I don't want to read him because I feel like it's just beating a dead horse at this point. He's not going to hire no writers. If he is, I don't know where they are at this moment, but they're never working concurrently on any of his films. He wants to do and operate everything himself. But while he is doing that, we have to keep going through the stages of Tyler Perry movies and Tyler Perry tropes. Getting into the tropes. Now I have this little chart here that I felt it was only right because I am so tired of seeing these women, Tyler Perry's Black women. They're beaten, they're scorned, we're naive, we're mean, an addict, success-driven, sexually abused, a starter wife, a single mom, struggling single mom, childhood trauma, resentment, alienates a good man, Savannah, or she just gets the package, as we like to call it in the hood. Ashley, tell me something about these women and how do you feel about repeatedly getting to see them? Because it's different seeing, a Diary of a Mad Black Woman situation. And I think that was 05 or 06 or 08, something like that. But if we come here and it's 2024 and all of these women yearly keep mirroring each other, how do you feel about that? Are you here for it?
Girl, okay. So here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword. And like I said in the comments, a win is a win, right? Because Kay was talking about how, both Megan and Corey were talking about the check they got. Okay. So get your check. And I'm here for Black actors working, right? But also here's the thing. I'm tired. You know what I mean? At this point, why do Black women always have to be suffering? Why they always got to be downtrodden, beaten? And then you want to punish them. You want to give them diseases because they made one mistake. Like Tyler needs to, I think, needs to go to therapy. No disrespect. We all should go to therapy at some point in our lives, but go and get them issues worked out. Because Black women are not monoliths. This is not every Black woman's story. I want the next movie. I want the man to be the battered and abused husband. Let's flip it. You know what I mean? Let's put a man on the stage and then let's focus on him. Let women, take another side. You know what I mean? Let's get us on another page. That's what I want from him. Yes, this is tired.
Well, sadly, I feel like his attempt at that was Idris Elba and Daddy's Little Girls, or when we get into Tyler Perry being, he loved to put himself in those roles, the way he's being treated in the Why Did I Get Married movies, like those are his attempts at, the battered husband or the battered man or the man struggle. I think that's what that was supposed to give. Kay, how do you feel about us getting these repeat offenders?
I just want us to kind of stop accepting just the mediocrity. Like you can pay Black actors and you can write a good script. You can do both. I want us to expect more from us and our talent. We can write so many more stories. There's so many more stories about us going on. We can write suspense. We can have a plot twist. We can have a psychological thriller. We don't have to put in the same movie tropes and recycle the same storylines over and over again. You've seen one, you've seen them all. All of these, they have the same personality and characteristics. I want to see some variation. We can have variation, but the more people keep accepting mediocrity, he's gonna be like, okay, this is what they want. I'm gonna just, okay, what movie did I do that one time? I can take this person from this movie, this person from this movie, put them all in this movie, and they're gonna love it, and y'all do.
Oh, I think it really displays in his lack of growth as a writer that we can take any year, even if we go all the way back to his stage plays, it's all the same woman. It's 2024. It's all the exact same woman. Nikki, are you here for these women and are you here for these Tyler Perry movies?
Well, short answer, no the hell I ain't. But I honestly don't have a lot of experience with Tyler Perry. I gave up on his movies a long time ago, but I think Tyler Perry knows what his name means and knows what the event is when his movie comes out. Everyone is going to flock to the trash. And he knows that, like, people are going to go watch it because they know, oh, this is going to be ridiculous. The wig is going to be bad. Like, all the stuff people claim not to like, they're still going to run to the movie. And I agree with Kay. On one hand, of course, I'm happy. Like Corey Hardwick was saying how this was the biggest check he ever got in his career. And I actually know him outside of being married to Tia. He has played in some great movies. He is a great actor. I never understood why he wasn't a bigger star. But getting a check doesn't mean anything if the work isn't there. Because after seeing this, who's going to want to hire him? Like, who's going to see this and say, like, the people in positions to make moves, who's going to see this movie and say, oh, yeah, let's get Corey out on here? No, it's not going to work. And I went to performing arts school for writing, and they always say that who you are comes out in your writing. And I think it's very telling the way that Tyler Perry writes and portrays Black people in general, honestly, because the men ain't looking good either. Like, the women ain't looking good and the men ain't looking good. And I also feel like he doesn't understand nuance. It's like the character is either like you're evil or you're just this naive, good like, there's a nuance that he doesn't seem to understand.
Oh, child. On that note, on that note, and I, I couldn't leave the man out because I know that this story is mostly about our female character lead, Ava. But the men get the same treatment also. We get to be a savior, an abuser, a liar, that faithful, upstanding husband that's being, mistreated and downtrodden by the mean wife. Or you're just purely evil. Cheater, you're on the down low, you're a bad boy, a buffoon, or you're just simply being portrayed by the Tyler Perry. I'm sick of all of this. I am so sick of all that. Shout out to the 100 people here in this live. Keep engaging, hitting the like button, and showing us some love. I am so sick of all of this. Like, these are like a few. I couldn't even put everybody here. And y'all see this. I was trying hard. I was trying hard to get it. I was trying so hard to get everybody in here, but it's just not. And I was going through the checklist of, okay, yeah, let me see which one of these characters in a Tyler Perry film really mirror each other. Because I think a lot of people, you Tyler Perry supporters, nothing against you. If you love these movies and these shows, have at it. But you can in turn feel some type of way for the people who are just not here for it, or just feel like, oh, you guys are haters. You're not supporting the black man, the brother, sister. Why? This is why. This is exactly why. So when you come in here with your little breath and your comments, know that this is why. I had to do a pie chart for Tyler. Let me move on, though. Let me move on. You the one doing the bending. Yeah, you the one every single time. Every single time. But as I said, there were some things that I felt like Tyler got right. What did he get? It wasn't much. It wasn't much. But like I said, I felt like this was so bad. It's good territory. I was absolutely here for the mini Eve's Bayou reunion. I'm sure that everybody who watched this, who has loved that film for years, when you saw Megan Good in the likes of Debbie together, it was a moment to go like, oh my gosh, it felt really full circle for me. I was happy for that. And just the legends here, like Debbie or Richard Lawson, or some of the other older people that we have on the cast, and just Black actors working. And I love to say that about Tyler, because it is a double-edged sword. It's just, he's giving Black actors work, but it's just like, what kind of work is he giving them? I'm happy everybody got a check, but what kind of work is he giving them? And give or take, the storyline was sort of consistent. It had the movie had one tone. And that's, a given for Tyler. The movie all had one tone. Was it one long ass tone? Absolutely. But it was one nonetheless. Kay, I'm going to come to you first. Were you here for the Eve's Bayou moment? And did you feel like this movie got anything else right at all?
No, you know what? I thought that since he had a good cast, this might have given us more. Well, see, he did the same thing with Mia Culpa, and it was still trash. But I was just hoping that he wouldn't waste these good actors. It's good to see some of them on screen together. I love Megan Good. Corey, actually, he's really good in All American Homecoming. I love the rapport between her, and I actually like the rapport between her and her parents. Oh, that's a good thing. I feel like her parents actually had a pretty good relationship, and that I could feel that her parents cared about her. So, that was a good thing. Oh, I found one.
The way that Kay stretched for that. Nikki, I'm going to come to you because you said you enjoyed this film. Well, I want to know what it got right. What did you enjoy about it? Outside of the hilariosity, because some of the stuff that we enjoyed, I'm sure the intent wasn't meant for that. But what did you really enjoy about this film? And you felt like, you know what, Tyler got that part right.
You know what? All work ain't good work. And just because he giving Black folks a job like that, look, Trump said, look, this the Black jobs Trump was talking about, I guess. But what the movie got right, I'm gonna be honest, for me, is the comedy. When the movie first opens, that opening scene was gold. That was gold. That was the height of like Saturday Night Live type of gold. And I done been to some crazy funerals. My family done had funerals where the side chicks show up and fight the wife. But I ain't never seen a funeral where you pull the damn dead body out. And what did Dallas say? Get the feet. Like, I have never in my life seen a mess like that. And what I also will say is Mama Bartram, I actually really like that character. I was dying when it came to that character. We're the Bartrams. Like, they the damn Cartwrights or something. Like, we don't know who y'all are. But it was really the comedy that the movie got right. And his best friend was some good eye candy. That's as nice as I could be with what the movie got right.
I swear I'm not going to play with Nikki because this is not a comedy. This is not supposed to be a comedy. And I think that says a whole lot about it. This is not at all supposed to be a comedy Ashley, do you have anything to add as far as what this movie got right?
Yeah, it was definitely funny. I mean, there were moments of full on laughter. But I liked Papa Lawson. I believed him as a preacher. I believed Corey as a young Ike-esque character. You know what I'm saying? I believed it. I believe Corey do some stuff behind closed doors. Might have a little mean streak. I believe it after watching this. He convinced me. And I believe Papa as the preacher, you know, and the protective daddy. I believed it.
Speaking of believing in things that made us laugh, the things that, you know, this isn't supposed to be a comedy, but that entire funeral sent me somewhere that I will never want to go again in time that I can never get back. The Dallas one-liners, you know, what the hell are you looking at? Him just causing a scene every single place he goes in the bank. I slap your nose off, like unintentionally funny as hell. Them getting from town and back in under 10 minutes flat towards the end of the movie, that was sending me absolutely. And the damn sheriff just not doing a damn well, you know, did you see him do it? Do you have proof? Did you get him on your phone? Did you take a picture? Well, I can't arrest nobody. Just the nothingness of it all. And Dallas getting put out by Ava and the slaps in the face of it all. Oh, why they do Megan good like that? Nobody could have acted that scene in keep a straight face, because it was unintentionally funny. It was supposed to be such a serious moment and it was funny. But there is a whole lot going on here. I just feel like we gotta open with what I'm sure we all came here to just discuss, and what the movie got wrong. Everything else, the movie got everything else wrong. There was no way in hell that this movie should have been 2.5 hours long. I was really astounded when I saw that it was that long. Like, it was reminding me of why I stopped watching Sisters, because I have tried to support Tyler Perry in his projects and give certain things a chance. It was ongoing. This movie was a good, you know, hour and 30 minute situation. If 2 hours and 2.5 hours, Tyler, hell no. The comical acting, recycled storylines, weak plot. It was very predictable. But it was a whole lot that this movie got wrong. Anybody raise their hand if they want to discuss what this movie got wrong, or we could just move on, because we know what all they got wrong, child.
And one thing I will say the movie got wrong that honestly I feel is dangerous and disturbed me was how cavalier everybody in the movie was when it came to Dallas violence and anger. To call the friend, when she kept calling her husband to say, come get him, and when Benji called the female best friend to say, hey, go to her house, because that is so dangerous, to keep having regular folk intervene when someone is violent and spiraling and going crazy. I thought the movie got that wrong in a way that's dangerous. And that's what's so strange to me about the movie. What is the movie trying to say? Who's the target audience? What's the moral to the story? I have had situations in real life where I've tried to intervene on somebody jumping on somebody, and it's dangerous. It is literally like people have died that way. So I was confused why we never called the cops to intervene ever. And what was also very strange with the movie is you could be a black person tying your shoe in the park and a white person gonna call 911. But he in the bank going crazy, he in the grocery store going crazy, in the restaurant, and don't nobody call not. Like, are you kidding? The white girl in the grocery store stood 2 feet away. She smelled his breath when he hopped on that girl mama, and she just stood there. And I'm just like, I have never in my life heard of no Negro being able to go around town, Atlanta, in and out the outskirts and act a fool, and ain't nobody calling nobody. I thought that was crazy, but I think that's the biggest thing, because the movie got everything wrong, child. But I think the whole way they handled the domestic violence and that was dangerously handled wrong, in my opinion.
It was extremely cavalier. We gonna get into Ava and the whole narrative. I think I'll discuss that further, why I felt Tyler decided to make that decision when we're dealing with something as heavy as domestic violence. But I'll save that for the end. Ashley?
Oh yeah, My issues were, I think that this was very, very superficial, right? We really just stayed on the surface and didn't really get to the root of any of these issues. And I think there was potential in some of the storylines. I would have loved to know what went on back in high school that made her choose someone like Dallas. I would have loved to see what was up with the Bertrand family. Why had they had this history? I would have loved to have explored why his mama told him to unalive the daddy and what happened. What was the result of that? They sprinkled all of these things on us throughout the film, but never delved into the story of it. Like, why was it so important her lawyer was there to sign the divorce papers and then nothing came from it? There were just so many things that I think had potential. The infidelity of Benji, right? Like, what? Or not Benji, but the best friend, his infidelity, where did that go? You have this strong bestie, right, who's standing on big business when it relates to her friend, but when it comes to her home life, she's not keeping that same energy. There were just so many inconsistencies and like dead ends. And I think it had potential. If we could have explored any of those things, I think it would have given the movie more depth.
Okay.
You know what? He should have just went on and said that this was going to be a comedy. If he would have said that, I'd have been way more lenient. I would have said, this is hilarious, and just went into it ready to laugh. But he called this a thriller and tried to advertise this as something serious. He like really tried to make us feel like this was going to be an intense, heartfelt movie, and it was none of the above. Like, he should have not set us up for failure in that manner. It was a lot of moments where I feel like we were expecting something to be built up, and then it wasn't. We expected, again, like her signing the papers with no lawyer present. It was going to be built up, and he let us down. We expected something to happen with the animals that were unalive. Like are we having a whole pet cemetery type situation? And that failed us too. Her daddy going over there, we thought he was about to, let loose Equalizer style on that family, and he got his behind whooped. Like he just kept building us up, and then and drop us back down. The best friend and her husband, I wanted to explore that plot some more too. Where was that? We were just like, oh, this is about to be a whole nother movie. Built it up, let us back down.
Oh, so many, no pun intended, so many balls were dropped here for this movie. Balls were dropped, okay? I don't appreciate them. I just knew, like, oh, he real heavy on it with these divorce papers. Him and them broke Bertrand's family. He trying to trick you, girl, and take you for everything you got, because he ain't got nothing. No, it absolutely didn't go anywhere. The ball was dropped. I am going to read a few of you guys' super chats and show y'all some love for that. And we gonna get into the bread and butter, because this is what I came here to discuss, child. Because why? Absolutely why? Dane C is in the house with the $2. Hell, here comes Tyra. Hey, no, Mr. Perry again. Show is. Show is, and I'm gonna do it again, Dane. Thank you so much, Dane, for being here. You know how I feel about Tyler and his productions. When I get a good one that I don't have to hate on, I will give him so much love and props. Thank you, Dane. Hello, Nita the Diva. Thank you for being here and for the $2. Hey, Ashley. The movie was a ham. Shock. It was a ham. They were definitely hamming it up. And this wouldn't have worked as a comedy. It should a domestic violence comedy. Yeah, that doesn't even go together. That wasn't going to work at all. Thank you so much, Nita. Dang, see, once again, 50 stars for Divorced in the Black. Deserves an Emmy. If you guys didn't know already, Dane is my own personal troll, and I love him for it. Thank you, Dane. Thank you so much, Dane. And then we have Walt is Horrible for the $1.99. Thank you. You guys keep on showing love and hitting that like button, sending those good super chats, and commenting on all 4 of our platforms and subscribing to these ladies here if you haven't already. And before I play this, I just want y'all to know, if Tyler is going to roll up with the hilariosity, I'm going to give him the same thing in return. We'll be right back.
There will be mountains
that I would have to find a climb. There will be mountains that I would have to climb, and there will be battle.
Because I'm sorry. Sorry, like, because Tyler, why did you do this? Why did you do this? I just felt like I needed to find some sounds that match this scene. That's the only thing that matched it for me. Take him out the casket. I said, Carl, what you doing? What you doing? Monique Precious reincarnated with spawns of Satan for sons in a double wide trailer, burying him in the yard next to Sparky. Okay. This here. Shout out to the 136 people here in this live. Keep showing us some love. We appreciate it. This scene here, to open with this, first of all, aside from how hilarious this scene was, and Richard Lawson going in as a preacher, like, baby, if you didn't want to do this and handle the arrangements for this service, we shouldn't have done it. Clearly, these boys of hers have been complete menaces around town. We hear everything from, assault, robbery, murder, death. I'm like, what? Why are we honoring this person with a proper burial? But okay, Megan, go off. The mother. I see a lot of I guess fanfare in the chat for like, oh, I love that. I hated the mother. I hated this this depiction and how Tyler shot her. It reminded me a whole lot of Monique and Precious, and not in a good way. It looked like a raging bull. And I don't want to look at any woman and think that or see that. I hated everything about it. Her taking off her dress. Like the stunts that were had here at this funeral really set the tone for the type of movie that we are in. And I just couldn't believe that we were going to embark on a movie about domestic violence and then start off here. But it really sets the tone for this family and what the likes of Ava has been dealing with for years, being married to the likes of Dallas. Ashley, I'm going to come to you first. How did you feel about this funeral?
Well, listen, Daddy said, if I'm not going to do anything else, I'm going to get up here and I'm going to tell the whole truth. Your son is going to hell. And if y'all brothers are smart... you won't follow behind him. It was all I could do. I think I fell out in that moment. And I think the moment I really knew something was amok when she reaches over to grab Dallas's hand. And he's like, don't touch me. I said, oh, okay, this is about to get deep. But yeah, I think between the stripping down to her slip and don't bring the casket, take him out the casket, and then walking 2 by 2 out the door to throw him in the back of a pickup truck. It was all I could do, friend. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. But I agree. And I believe Nikki said something earlier to this effect. And I'll echo this sentiment that Tyler struggles with complexity in character development. Like Dallas, he was just mad and mean the whole movie. Mama Bertrand, she was just controlling and angry the entire time. Like, that's not how people work, right? Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad, sometimes they're mad, sometimes, you know what I mean? I would have loved to see more of that. Again, these Bertrands, where they came from, why is Mama the way she is? You know what I mean? And why are these boys obsessed with her? Again, potential for a great story. But yeah, the casket, I'm telling you, them first 5 to 8 minutes or so, I was glued. I said, Tyler not about to do this. I said, he's not about to do what I think he's going to do. And he did it. He did it.
He absolutely did. There was no dimension with Dallas. I'm sure we'll all get in and go in on Dallas, but I needed something from Dallas to go, you know what? Normally with abusive figures like a Dallas, there's, hot and cold. There's ups and downs. He was hot from scene 1, act 2. Like, he was hot. There was nothing likable about Dallas, so it just made Ava look completely idiotic. And I'm not saying that there aren't maybe relationship dynamics like this, but Tyler literally gave us nothing. I feel like he gave Corey nothing, and Corey is a very capable actor. but it just seems like his direction was, hey, you see what's love got to do with it? Give me Ike Turner, take it up as far as you can, and that's it. Like, there was no dimension with majority of the characters here. Okay?
Yeah, I almost cut it off. I said, I had to take I had actually paused it after this because I was just like, he really took it there. Like, this is outrageous, completely absurd. This is how we starting off, and I actually had somebody to tell me, "Oh, stuff like this happen all the time when you in the South." No, ma'am, don't put that on us. I'm from Dublin, Georgia. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. Don't put this to saying that this is what people in the country go through. I have never. And he just said, I'm gonna be ridiculous from the start. And tell me this is a comedy so I could be ready for it, Tyler. Just let me know this was a comedy. And I'm gonna need his characters to have more than one emotion. That's the point of acting. Because in his movies, I feel like the actors are acting and I don't feel like they're embodying these characters. They're just saying like, okay, I need to act mad. I need to be angry black man. I need to be angry raggedy black mama. Let me get some range so at least I feel something for them. I wanted to feel like where their pain, where their struggle was coming from. But he said, no, I'm going to give you one dimension and y'all going to like it.
Okay, it's like beyond one dimension. I just don't know how his brain works. I mean, at this point we do, and I think it was Nikki who said his personal struggles, they've always reflected in his writing. But with where he is as a man and his accomplishments and how much evolved you would think he is beyond what may have happened to him in his younger years and his struggles in the plays and the van and the Maxine and all those things, you would think there will be some type of growth and to give, a little dimension. No, happy mad, angry woman, scorned woman. Like, it's just very, very robotic. Nikki, the funeral, because I know you loved it.
I did love it. Tina Knowles' ex-husband said, not everybody resting in peace, okay? But what I will say was very strange to me with this movie is the fact that, I will be honest, a lot of times I was like, yo, I know why Dallas can't stand y'all. Like, first of all, do not preside over a funeral if you're going to tell the grieving family that the person that's dead burning in hell. Come on now. Like, I don't care what he did. He could have been on forensic files. That is not right. And then my brother dead, and you're going to come in the car and say, yeah, you was mean. Girl, my brother is dead, and you telling me a story about when I was mean? Like, are you crazy? I really thought he was going to smack her hairline back in that moment, because why in the world would you say that? But it was just very strange to me how they were portrayed. Like, yes, we get it. They're the evil clan in the small town, but y'all did a lot of ish to them that wasn't right. Why would I not stand up? I may not stand up and do a strip tease, but why would I sit here while you degrade my dead child? Like, no matter what kind of menace he was to y'all. And then the reaction from everybody at the funeral was weird. Like, are y'all here for the funeral, or are you here to like throw tomatoes at the casket? Because why was we, woo, yeah, he burning in hell, woo, what? Like, that was so strange. But I love this opening scene, and I get, in essence, of course, Mama Bartram was just a terrible character, but the way the actress played the role had me rolling. Like, I was dying the whole time. I thought she was finna fight the mama when she started taking stuff off, but no, she just did a strip tease to say, you can get your little $5 Ross dress back. I don't need your money. But I thought this was gold. I really did. Get the feet. I just couldn't believe they did that mess. It was killing me. But come on now. You don't do this to somebody dead relative. I don't care if I done had dead relatives who was selling drugs and did all kind of stuff. But the preacher ain't supposed. The preacher gonna, he gonna gossip in the back, okay? But he ain't gonna get on the pulpit and freaking tell a person a new one.
I think with this was supposed to shine a light on Ava and what she's been dealing with throughout their marriage. Clearly, neither one of these families like each other. She tried to do a good deed and it backfired, and it's just the push and pull of her life. And really her dad and her mother, clearly rightfully so, being disappointed in her choices. Like, we're here for you, but we don't want to be here. This is a trash family. You're married to a trash man. This is all real sad, and we don't want to be a part of it. But yeah, the whole he condemned souls and burning in hell. I was I was here for all of that, but to get the feed and the get him out, I was like, wow. I could say that because Tyler rarely shocks me with the writing in his movies. Like, it's stereotypical. It's fun, but I would have never expected this out of a funeral, not even one little bit. Thank you, Dane C, for the $5. The problem with Tyler Perry is that he never went to film school. He never learned the basics of filmmaking, writing, cinematography, editing. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Dane. I don't want to hear any excuses. There are so many great creatives, Black creatives, white creatives who didn't step anywhere inside of a film school. This is something that is embedded in Tyler that he wants to see portrayed on screen. I think he feels like this is speaking to his demographic and his audience, and also him. Like, this is relatable for him. Sadly, this is all he can think to write on the paper and for those scripts when he does it. If he chose to, even at this point, he could go to film school. He doesn't want to. He didn't want to get any writers in there. Like, they don't be trying to make no excuses for Tyler. It's just sad. It's sad, and it's just as sad as him being buried in that hole in front of the double wide trailer. It's sad. It's sad. But moving on from the funeral, heard around the world, buried him in the ass. Like, how many of you Bertrands buried in that yard? But we leave here, and I'm going to get on just Ava singular, but just that opening said a whole lot about their dynamic. Ava, I'm more concerned for your mental state than Dallas. I honestly was. Dallas outright is who he is. I was concerned for Ava as a woman and where she was mentally to be there and deal with any of this. All of this, stop trying to shame me and my family. Stop trying to change me. And I'm like, the abuse of it all, and I slap and I'm gonna do this, and she said, I just think I was, what I can say for Tyler is I'm glad that he didn't lean heavy into the abuse here. We didn't really have to experience Megan being tossed and slapped around continuously by Dallas to get the point across. But Lord, we got family trauma. He's an alcoholic, verbally, physically abusive, can't get and keep his own job. Nobody here likes you, sis. Why? Why is she here? Ashley, why is she here?
Child, I don't have an answer for that. And these are one of those issues that I feel like we could have addressed in a better way in the film, right? Because I think when it comes down to it, because the parents are asking, and again, it's like, you've been with this man, you're about to be 40-something, because he didn't want no 40-year-old coochie, right? He said that clearly. So, and they met in high school, and in all these years, your parents don't know that you're in a volatile situation where if they do this in the funeral, you're going to reap the fruit of whatever they just did, right? So again, I'm not quite understanding that dynamic and the idea that you watch this happy, loving marriage your whole life and they stuck and stayed, right? And they've been telling you Dallas isn't a good man. He's not good for you over these 20 years, I'm assuming. And it's still nothing stuck. Like no one is sensitive to that, feels that. I honestly didn't get it, girl. Ain't no much stick and stay in the world. And, people who've endured domestic violence, like my heart goes out to you, empathy. But I just don't understand this thing of, no, I'm going to stick beside him. And there was never any contention until he said he wants to leave. You wasn't standing up for yourself. We didn't ever get to see her have an opposing opinion. It's like, okay, Dallas, whatever you say, Dallas. All right, Dallas, I'm going to do that. And I just don't necessarily believe that. Even if you're in that situation, I would think there'd be moments where we would see some sort of pushback. But again, just not a believable character for me. Sorry, Ava. Poor girl.
Not a believable character at all. As you guys saw, it was if she had said Dallas one more time, like, I don't know why Tyler couldn't think to put anything else on the spreadsheet, but Dallas was said far too many times out of Ava's mouth for me. Dallas, shut up. She's a preacher's kid. She's a devoted wife, a punching bag, ignores infinite red flags, low self-esteem, self-worth. And Ava was, to me, supposed to be given, I can love him through it. I can fix this man. I can change him. But like Ashley said, this was not at all believable. First of all, Ava was looking good, okay? Ava was looking good. Ava at times was not giving the submissive demeanor, like, oh, let me be quiet before I catch a backhand. Sometimes she was opinionated, sometimes she wasn't, sometimes she pushed and pulled, like, and then we were always together with the control that Dallas had, the level of paranoia and cheating. You would think he would have her in a muumuu with a mask and like, oh no, we were serving, make it look good. The body was bodying in this movie. Just that, along with just her narrative, it just didn't feel like a real character. Okay.
I thought we were past the days of I can fix him. I thought we were past those days. And ma'am, unless you are credentialed to be a therapist, what you gonna do to help? Because what I seen didn't look like a help to me. It looked like enabling. So I thought we were past the movie moments where I can fix him, I can change him. We should have evolved past that at this point.
No, okay, not in not in Tyler Perry land. We absolutely have not evolved from that, and sadly, with him, I don't think we ever will. Nikki.
Yeah, this character definitely did not feel like, well, none of the characters feel like a real person, but specifically Ava. And that's why I was also saying, like, what is this movie supposed to say and who is it speaking to? Because for one, she doesn't leave her abuser. Her abuser leaves her. Like, I'm all sticking it out and you taught me to be a, which when she said, am I the only person who thought it was disturbing that Ava says, you and mama, you taught me to be a good wife since I was a little girl. Why is you teaching a little girl to be a good wife? Like, she don't need to learn arithmetic, multiplications, run on sentences, how to tie her shoes. She need to learn how to be a good wife as a little girl. And what exactly does good wife lessons consist of for a little girl? I thought that was very strange. You taught me since a little girl to be a good wife. I don't know, maybe my mama was slacking because she wasn't teaching me how to be a good wife as a little girl. I mean, maybe that's normal. I don't know. But I thought that was really strange. And also she was very monotone, like very one note the whole movie, very calm he smacked her in the face when she was calm. You hit like a bitch. Like, she was calm. Like, we never really got anything from her. And where was her actual arc to go from I'm being abused and I'm trying to stick it out to I can do better and I need to get myself. That arc never happened. Like, he left her. She went to her parents' house. 12 hours later, she was ready to be over with the situation. Excuse me, man, what happened within them 12 hours that didn't happen from the time you were 17 years old? Like, it was very strange. And it was also strange, like you said, that the parents were like blindsided that their daughter was in an abusive relationship. Let's say you don't know it's a physically abusive relationship. You should know in some way it's abusive, whether emotionally, mentally, because yes, in the movie, Dallas was running around acting crazy, looking like he was in a different decade than everybody else. But typically an abuser puts on in front of people. Like, they're going to be, typically a lot of abusers are charming and they're charismatic and people don't believe that he would ever, put his hands on you. This dude was running around like the Hulk the whole damn movie. His mama slapped fire at them flowers at the wedding, and y'all thought they was what? The Huxtables? Like, it was very, very weird. But I do wish they would have touched on just more with this character, even the whole thing of how great her parents are and her relationship with her parents. A lot of times the stereotype is, oh, you're a girl and your dad wasn't around and you need a male figure in the house, or the girl is going to be in all kind of craziness. Well, she had that example and she still was in craziness. So let's explore how she had that foundation when people tend to say, well, that's what the little girl needs, but she still ended up there. Like, let's explore that. And like, I think it was Ashley who said, what was going on at 17 years old for you to be in this abusive relationship. Like, it was just a lot we could have done with this, because it's actually really high. Like, teens being in abusive relationships is actually very high. Like, let's explore some of this. And her whole finna be 40, baby. She said she was 37. Like, calm the hell down. Like, you ain't, baby, you 37. You 37, okay? But yeah. Ava was not a real person.
Absolutely not a real person. And I think the parents are what threw me for a loop the most, because we do get the stereotypical narrative of having that mirror behavior. Well, my father was abusive, my mother stuck it out, so I found the same type of man and I'm doing the exact same thing. So that's why it would make sense in a story sense for it to be like, well, you taught me to be a good wife and stand by your man type of energy. But no, we needed something to go, okay, this is why you could have this dynamic, this, flourishing, fulfilling, godly household, have options, and still end up with somebody like Dallas and stick around for umpteen years. They gave us nothing. They gave us absolutely nothing. But before I get into us getting more nothing, we're going to keep getting nothing, because these are the characters that Tyler loves. We will be right back. Thank you to the 157 people here. Keep engaging, showing us love, and hitting that like button.
You must understand, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That it's only the thrill of boy needing girl opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? You must understand, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That it's only the thrill of boy needing girl opposites attract. It's physical.
I really hate the fact that I have enough material to make a whole montage of women in the Tyler Perry video going through some type of domestic situation. But that's just, the beast that we're dealing with when we are getting into the Tyler Perry films. But what's love got to do with it? Get your stuff and get out. Don't stay in these domestic relationships at all. Getting into Dallas, child. B, I will slap your nose off. Don't nobody owe you nothing, sir. Don't nobody. That's all I kept saying, yelling in this movie. Don't nobody owe you nothing. First of all, we got the mommy issues, disrespect, abuse personified. He has a chip on his shoulder, and it was giving me Josh from Jason Leary. Josh loved the good. I ain't got nothing. Like, you ain't got nothing. Where you going? You ain't going nowhere. You ain't got nothing, sir. The righteousness that was coming up off of Dallas was just hilarious to me, because you didn't come in here with nothing and you're leaving with nothing. But I love that Nikki stated that Dallas felt like he was in an entirely different decade. If he would have had a good 70s afro, it would have gave that. I really feel like his template was Ike Turner. It had to be, which I hate. Like, this character could have been in even, Lawrence Fishburne as Ike Turner is just that, but there's so much dimension and layer to an Ike Turner. There's more than just the abuse or just different notations of why Tina Turner, Anime Bullock, would stick around for as long as she did. That's not here with Dallas. Dallas is just giving straight a-hole. And it was very disturbing, as Nikki stated, to see nobody do anything. We don't get into people who try to do something, but it was just so normalized and nothing was going on. No police was being called. And the fact that we do have him, I was so shocked when he initiated the divorce. I was like, what? What? Okay, well, what? Like, and her, she's like clamoring, like, no, don't leave me. I need you. Like, what? But once again, who is this for? Who is this for? It's just almost like, I'm like, was this for Dallas? Was this for the Dallas audience? Like, who are you talking to, Tyler Perry? Because if this was supposed to be something uplifting for women, which I think he tried to spin it as. It absolutely wasn't. Nikki, I'm gonna come back to you first. What did you think about Dallas and his one-liners from the 70s?
His one-liners was gold. They were gold. I laughed every time Corey opened his damn mouth. But I agree with you, Tyra, and I'm like, all the money in the world don't buy good sense, because Tyler Perry can't even go interview nobody. Like, he can't even go do no research. Because first of all, if you have a character that's supposed to be as possessive as Dallas appeared to be, they are not letting the wife go. Or if they do, it's because they got a younger, like they got somebody else to move on to that they will replace. But you are giving us a man who thrives on power and control, and he's not going to just give that up to have no power and control over anybody. He needs his punching bag. He needs that outlet for his anger. That's his issue with him being an abuser and being possessive. So him initiating that divorce, I was as confused as you, Tyler, because it don't make no damn sense. I'm like, Tyler, can you go at least talk to somebody? Like, all that money you got, you don't know a psychiatrist, you don't know nobody you can ask a question to, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, when you have a character, their character actions and character motivations are supposed to make some type of sense. So to have a possessive character who has these issues, and my mama made me kill my daddy, which came out the damn blue and never went no damn, I don't know what, I don't know. But another Jason's lyric, I don't know. I guess Tyler just put a bunch of movies together, child. But you ain't no Bokeem Woodbine. This was, yeah, I don't know. Dallas was funny though. I love that. But this made me, Corey can act, y'all. Like, the movie don't portray that, but Corey can act. Like, I actually really like him. But man, look, like I said, all money ain't good money, because I don't care how big the check was. I don't see this helping his damn career. You might as well have sold drugs or something if you just wanted to get some money, because this ain't where it's at. He's terrible.
Not sold drugs. Not sold drugs. Yeah, y'all, I see the chat. The sideburns, they were contributing to the 70s vibe that he was giving off. Like, him just being a pop-up queen, like, everywhere. Dallas was everywhere, stalking, doing the most. Black women ain't ish. Don't nobody want no 40-year-old. I was like, what? You know what? And then we just get all dressed up with nowhere to go. That's what I was giving Dallas. Dallas was giving all dressed up with nowhere to go. He was spitting all of this hot air into the universe about how he was moving on, and what, like, it would, like Nikki said, I was waiting for, because we had that hindrance of Ava's character. I don't want to move on, and this is just too much, and my husband, blah blah blah. I thought she was going to see him with another woman. That's what I was waiting on. I thought she was eventually going to see him with a younger woman and just be like, oh my God, it's really over. And maybe that would give her incentive to get with the little man that we're going to talk about later, but whatever. It's just nothing. We have him, when he leaves her at home, she was taking too long, so I just left. And her wanting to stay with him so bad, and just like, don't divorce me. Who am I without you? Girl, a person. Actually, I'm going to come to you about Corey in this divorce.
Yeah, I was yelling at my TV. I'm like, sis, he's doing you a favor. I mean, he's giving you the cheat code. He's letting you out without a fight. Sis, go on and live your best life. Find old weird Benji and be with him. But yeah, it was ridiculous. I've never heard of a man not wanting no 40-year-old kitty cat. I've never heard it. Never heard it before. So that was new. But again, there were such heavy nods to What's Love Got to Do with It. I'm thinking if he really would have studied this and Tyler would have put this in. Okay, they made us kind of like Ike in the beginning. Ike was charming. Ike was a little fine. You know what I mean? He had that good bread, that long, strong money, and it made you feel, you know what I mean, some kind of way. You were like, oh, I see why Tina, I see why she might have fell in the beginning. With Corey, there was never a chance to like him. We hated him. We kept hating him. And we hated him some more until he was rest in peace. Again, just one note completely. And again, I'm like, girl, maybe it was the 20-something years of just having her, her self-esteem, pushed into the ground that made her feel like she was needy or dependent on him. But they kept saying, she got a good job at the bank. She don't need him for money. The D can't be that great, because when she got Benji, she told him his was trash, right? So I'm really trying to wrap my head around what would have made her want to stay with Ike Jr. because he wasn't giving anything to me. And the fact that he left her at home while he went to the dinner with their friends. And again, that was pulling from the one other Tyler Perry movie, right? Where he made her take the drive while they rode a plane. No, sorry.
Oh, girl, everybody knew about Sheila going, I'm going up this mountain to save my marriage. Everybody's going up a mountain or two, getting on a bus, riding on a train to save their damn marriage. There was nothing redeemable about. I kept waiting for a flashback to the better years. Oh, this is when Dallas was. Remember when we were younger, it never happened. The only flashbacks we got were her having come to Jesus with Dallas during, I guess, one of his multiple mini breakdowns. There was absolutely nothing here. Kay, were you here for Dallas wanting a divorce?
I'm louder. Y'all can hear me. We good? Okay. For starters, the whole manipulative, abusive husband, the thing is he's supposed to have those layers. You can't truly be a manipulator if you're angry all the time. You're not attracting nobody. The thing is, to be that manipulating, angry, abusive husband, you got to have some charm. You got to be charming. You got to be loving. You got to have a couple dollars shower with give love bombing. The friends shouldn't even know what's going on. Like the friends was looking at him like, where is your wife? Like he wasn't even nice to her and pretending to be in front of the friends. Like we didn't get the layers of a reason why she would be there. Like he didn't give us like, oh, thank you for, for being there with me. I'm sorry I got drunk or I'm gonna make it up to you later. And then doesn't like, he didn't give us a clue as to why she would even want to be there. And again, because she had a loving father, it made no sense. She was surrounded by love. There was nothing that would explain why she would want to be around somebody with his face frowned up all the time. Because at least Ike was a little bit charming. And people were like, oh, he's supposed to play that mean, abusive, angry husband. Ain't nobody mad 24/7. Not even black men, and without reason. Like he's not, and we didn't get to see him at work. Like maybe his job was harsh, and he was displacing his anger. Like we didn't even get to see the extent and the root of his anger, so that we would be able to understand his plight. Like it's just like we just gonna give you one dimensional, and y'all are supposed to just take it as if Corey Hardrick can't act. Because All American Homecoming, he's giving me loving a boyfriend. He's giving me mental health issues. He's giving me inspirational coach. He's giving me mentor. And this did not show the range of his acting abilities.
It absolutely didn't. What was not doing it for me was when we realized how long they were together. And it's like he's always been this way. Their family is known for being this way. So, girl, why did you go over there in the first place? I just really need to know. There had to have been something, but maybe, per usual, Tyler wanted us to put those context clues together and just tack that on ourselves, which we shouldn't have to keep continuing to do with his storylines. But there was no dimension for, and I hated that for Corey because I saw the potential, and he did a lot with nothing. I'll say that. He was giving literally nothing. He had some 70s shaft lines, some sideburns, and some black shirts, and he made a character. That's all he had. But the direction to, just be angry and action. Tyler, do better. Damn. Let me go to the next slide. This just pissed me off. This pisses me off. Lord. Can't never have one single expectation. Getting into these friends. Girl, your husband ain't worth a damn either. The supportive bestie and her husband, the Dallas Wrangler. Jim is too comfortable with Dallas's behavior. Now look at here. I was here for, because Tyler be pushing it with the writing of the supporting best friend characters also. I was hoping that she wasn't in a situation as well. But it seemed like they were, a mirror. This is a positive relationship. I didn't like Jim right off the bat because birds of a feather flock together. Hey, this is your bestie and has been for years. He wasn't checking Corey Hardrick's Dallas in a way that I needed him to about his own wife, let alone his wife. Like it just, the boundaries were not there. It's like, hey, man, like, hey, what? Excuse me, you don't get your ass up. I'm your wife. Charles, I'm your wife, okay? What we're not going to do is sit there and let anybody talk to us any kind of way. But we continue, instead of calling the police, we are calling on Jim. Oh, he's stalking. He's outside the house. He's outside the bank. He's here. He's there. And he's just going, man, it's just, I was like, what are we supposed to do with these characters, Tyler Perry? Like, couldn't everybody could be shit? Like, everybody? Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. Everybody, like, it was just trash. I did not like this character at all. And then when we tack on later on his infidelity and his questionable relationship that he may have with the treatment of his wife when she was standing on business, and I would knock his teeth out if he ever tried to. Were you really? It just kind of took her being the placement that she was in the story down a peg too, because she's clearly experienced some things with Jim, and he stayed. And she stayed. And it's just like with Jim accepting so much of Dallas's behavior, it says a lot about his character. I didn't like any of this. Nikki, I'm going to come to you first.
Slim Jim and coronavirus. Okay, so this is where like Tyler doesn't understand how to write full body characters, because this was actually a way to explore certain things with the best friends. Like you just said, you got the friend that's like, oh no, girl, I would leave and I would do this and I would do that. But then we get a little bomb dropped about the infidelity, and it like nothing else happens. Like we don't get anything else about that. Now, was he telling the truth? Did Dallas lie, or did Dallas tell the truth? Like, oh, I'm finna burn it all down since I'm in an effed up situation. We can only speculate, child, because Tyler ain't write it. But I will say, and it's just my opinion, I don't think because her husband cheated means she wasn't still standing on business, because she didn't say nothing to the best friend about Dallas cheating. She said about him being abusive. And I feel like I think every single person, in my humble opinion, I don't care how much trash they talk, how much they puff their chest out, everybody puts up with something. It's just everyone's tolerance is different. Like what I might tolerate may not be what somebody else will tolerate. So we could have really explored this, because the best friend threshold is, well, he's abusive and I'm not going to let a man talk to me like that. Okay, well, maybe hers isn't talking to her like that, but he's still doing something that she's tolerating. But Tyler we already know he don't know what he's doing. So we didn't really get that. So kind of like you said, we have to fill in the puzzle pieces for ourselves. But it was also crazy that every time something happened, we was calling Slim Jim. I don't know what that was about. Like, if y'all don't call, why is y'all scared? They should have explored that. Why are y'all scared to call 911? This man is stalking me. He outside. Y'all better get him. I don't know why there ain't no security at the bank. I would have even said he trying to rob the bank. I'm going to say whatever the heck I need to say to get y'all to come get him up out of here. Ridiculous. But I like them. I had fun with these two characters.
I think that was one of the things I did understand, because in a lot of domestic situations, their partner doesn't call. They don't call. They don't report anything. They tolerate it and accept it, unfortunately, until sometimes it's too late. But I didn't feel like she was going out, bad or anything, because she was standing on business because he was cheating. It was the treatment overall for me. Like, just his cavalier of the way that Dallas was talking to her, let alone Ava. You're just not gonna do that. That's my husband. I'm sorry. Get up and get it together. Okay.
Why can't we just have some good black men in the movie? Why they got to be like that? I mean, we almost believed in the dad in the movie, but Pops was out there giving an exorcism at a funeral, which put a sour taste in some people's mouth. We just wanted to see some positive black men, and it was kind of suspicious that the best friend was not checking his friend while he out here popping up like Mike Myers. You should have been more assertive in your approach to calm him down. Oh, but lo and behold, you ain't ish either. And why would you give us this storyline of him not being ish if y'all didn't elaborate on it? Like, why didn't we see, him and Dallas together doing some stuff they weren't supposed to do, so we could feel like we don't like him either? We could feel like, oh yeah, that like this is a mess. Like, you just gave us a couple lines about, his indiscretions, and you left it there. And then that pulled down the credibility of her best friend for telling her best friend you should leave your husband. Well, ma'am, at this point, why aren't you in the same situation as her? Why are you not telling yourself that same thing?
No, wait, why he ain't ish? But just because he cheated one time?
It wasn't once. Remember, old boy said it was multiple times. That was a lie. It was several times, and she didn't know about the several times. That's what she was saying. Like, hey, I might have heard about, but you didn't tell me like this was a whole thing. So yeah, no, he lied to her.
We can't trust Shaft. We don't know if that was true.
Shaft has been a whole lot in the film, but at that moment, no lies were told. No lies were told about him and his character, and I felt like it said a whole lot about him and their relationship. And I just didn't like the way he allowed Dallas to frolic around with his own wife. I would have divorced him for that alone, let alone the cheating. It was almost like Tyler was saying, well, I mean, he's not an abuser, so he's the pick of the litter. Hell no. Ashley?
Yeah, I like Jim, and I like Shannon Wallace, the actor. I met him on DR from Detroit. Watch that show, y'all. If y'all didn't watch it, it was good. He was in it momentarily, but nah, because why are y'all friends? Birds of a feather, I feel like, flock together, and so you have some sort of deep-rooted issue if y'all are besties. Because why is that your best friend? Your friend who's cussing out your wife on the regular, are problematic. And Rona, if you stand on big business, my good sis, ain't no way you would be with a man who would allow that. There's no way on this earth, as much ish as you talk, that you would be okay. Because I mean, the vibes that she gave off is like, I run this. I would never do this. I wouldn't be in this position. I mean, so much so that she done documented and has a whole exhaustive book of all of the things Dallas has done to Ava. Girl, where's your book about what Jim done did to you, and why does nobody else know? The other issue, I find it seemed almost like it was a one-sided relationship, and maybe Rona was there just to be her savior, right? Because Ava was in the dark, like, what is he talking about? So if this is your bestie, Ava, have you ever taken an active interest in your friend? I saw, the issues with it. As a character, I liked Rona. I thought she was fun. I think she was good for the movie. But Jim was useless because I felt like he wasn't going to bust a grape anyway. Because, like, you were scared of Dallas, too. Dallas punked you, too, Jim. Maybe that's why you were his friend. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got on them.
He was scared. He absolutely was. Just the, like, for real, man, she wasn't cheating. Like, he just kept trying to justify and just condoning Dallas's behavior. And it's, like you said, birds of a feather flock together. All of them do. All of this situation was just absolutely toxic. Shout out to the 202 people here in this live. We hella appreciate you guys for being here. We're going to get into some more of this toxic love, and we are going to come right back.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Don Julio made me Fulvio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Listen my da. Listen that I. All of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and no. You a damn drug, you toxic. All the sex on replay, running back like a DJ. Stepping on your face while you eat that. Trying to make a bad babe. No, I was just wait for you. Put the wait for you. Thinking I would wait for you. And that damn Don Julio made me a fool for you. And I might.
I'm gonna go watch I Can Do Bad All By Myself when we get off of here. I'm gonna go watch it. What I can say, Tyler always manages to get some really great acting performances. Like they do a lot with the little that Tyler gives them. Cause Taraji in that radio in that tub, it's classic. It's classic Tyler Perry. It's classic. But yeah, but both of these characters, I was here for her, and not at all really all that here for Jim. But Yeah, so your daughter just stepped out. I stepped out. We stepped out. She just stepped out, stepped away from the Lord, stepped away from all she knew with the father mother dynamic, and we have the mother. Like, I just didn't like Charlotte. Maybe I didn't encourage you enough. Maybe I didn't champion you enough, or shower you with enough love. And I was like, and then I was so mad. I put, was he a killer like Henry was? They was building up Richard Lawson to be on his baby boy ish and be a killer like Henry was. I just knew. Soon as he found out, we can't let daddy find out. We can't let daddy see this paper where it states that Dallas did everything from beat to spit on you. We can't let daddy find out, because when he do, it's gonna be on and popping in the country. It wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. Like, I was really tired of that whole dynamic, or just having Debbie here internalize where I was like, you ain't did nothing. Something's disconnected. Ava was a little slow. I don't care what nobody say. She was a little slow. Okay. She was a little slow, and we didn't realize it until it was too late. But the whole aspect of her foundation as a person, as a woman, as a daughter, I'm not even gonna elaborate on it, because it just absolutely did not match up for me. And I will say I was just happy to see Richard and Debbie and Alan all acting together in a scene. But other than that, they could have kept this. Tyler, just do better. Just do better. I rather talk about him. This is who I want to talk about. Sir, you could do better. You don't have nothing else to do. You got nothing to do, Benji. Rebound love interest with the personality of an all-white cotton brief draws. Just dry. This is the beige pillow they were talking about in Interview with the Vampire. Just dry, just boring. I want to be your man so bad I'd take an ass whooping. Okay. This is first of all, I didn't like the narrative of, oh, the only way to get over a bad man is to get under a new one. Everybody from her family to her bestie trying to rush her to jump Benji's bones. That was annoying. She ain't like you, sir. I'm like, how many times and how many ways does this woman have to tell you that she is not interested? Not only that, but him being persistent for since they were all of 16, 17 years old. I understand a crush, but is there nobody else in this small town that, nobody else that you could possibly want? Ava is messed up. Ava has a lot of internal issues, a lot of baggage for her to even deal with the likes of Dallas. So just the whole appearance of Benji here was getting on my nerves. And y'all know how I feel about a good sex scene. The sex scene wasn't giving what Neatha gave. Everybody still had their clothes on. I was disappointed. We didn't get no titties, no nothing. There was no nothing. We didn't get to see the smog of Megan Good's back. That okay? We didn't get to see no abs. The Benji's aspect was a drag for me. It was one of those things that added to this long run time that I could have done away with. Ashley, how did you feel about Benji?
Yeah, Benji ain't give nothing. And he was too big to keep getting flung around town. You too big, sir. You too big to keep getting whooped like that. Like, where's the blicky? Like, y'all in the country, you supposed to be a Southern man. Listen, I know what goes on in the South. Y'all got a shoddy. Y'all have options, right? There's no way that you've been terrorized and punked by these men your whole entire life. Okay, that's the first thing. Too big to be a weakling. Also, they were in the comments when I did the recap talking about, that's because Black women don't want a good man or whatever. Listen here. I don't know what made Benji this great man. I'm going to just say this. We don't know the reasons for his divorce. We know that he was extremely pushy. She's told that man no at least 3 times. And everywhere she goes in the town, he right there. Hey, I just wanted to see. Then y'all want us to believe later on he's the one that stops the smecks in the back of the pickup. That's not how any of this works. Benji was not the perfect man. And I agree, Tyra, that she needed some healing. She needed to go to therapy. She needed to go to the church house for deliverance. There were a lot of things that Ava needed to do to be prepared for a new relationship. And you almost got this man unalived. You got all his chickens taken out, all the cows, all the horses. And he's just like, well, I don't care. I've been waiting for my shot all of these 23 years. Sir, you've lost your entire farm, right? Like, no, Benji, he wasn't hitting, and he didn't give that bend me over Baghdad. He just didn't give that to me. Like, nope, Tyler. And Tyler usually picks a good fine man, but I just, Benji didn't land for me, y'all. Sorry.
He didn't. we didn't get no Trevante Road strokes in this one. We didn't get no back. We didn't get nothing. You know, certain things I come to Tyler Perry movies for. I was like, at least, you know, later on down the line, we get to see Benji beat it up. We didn't get to see nothing. I was so disappointed. Okay.
I seen someone in the comments saying like there's always a rebound guy. Like that is not the reality of some situations. Everybody don't have some of us have healed in our own relationships that we don't need a backup man. That we don't have to have a man behind the other man. And why would you? And she didn't even like him. That it's what killed me, that she was not attracted to him. She didn't want this man, but all of a sudden he's now the guy. He's now the one that she goes after. We didn't even see her test out any other men. We didn't see her go on no dates. We didn't see her update her social media profiles. We didn't see her cut her hair, change her hair color, update her appearance. You literally go to the man that you never even wanted. And then we seen his daughter that one time. Where was she? Where was she when all the animals was being unalived? Like we just dropped off that part, and he's just there. He don't even look like the type of guy that she even would give a time of day. Like he looked like the kind that she played to the left, and then now he's the guy. Where's the other potentials at? This is the one. Like Tyler, like come on, like this is the best that she can do. And it's always the rebound guy. It's always the guy that seems like this is like that's all she can do. She don't want a guy that has more. She don't want a guy that actually cares. She don't want somebody she's never seen before. She don't want somebody that's aspiring for something. It's just like the rebound guy is just like, here, take this. It's whatever. Here you go.
Okay, to rebound. No, I think Tyler's putting a lot of stock in the fact, like, you know, when I sleep with you, you know, when we lay together, it's gonna mean something. It's not gonna be like, no, you have these couple of shots of whiskey and I'm gonna take you home. Like, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. I think it didn't help that Ava was okay in 0 to 10 seconds. Like, she was fine. It felt like she was like, all right, take a little leave from work. It felt like she took a week off, went to her parents' house, watched them home videos, America's Funniest Home Videos with her parents, took a run down the block, and was like, you know what? I'm vindicated. I'm okay now. I'm ready to come back to work. Wait, what? And even then, she won't. It's not like she called him up like, I'm ready for, you know, hey, I was thinking about it. It's like, no, Benji's here. Like, oh, and then we gave her some ecstasy or something to make her like. I was like, what is that, Bessie? What is that? Or whatever they gave her, edible, or well, I don't know what she gave her. I forgot. But girl, this is a setup. You a op, Nikki.
It really irks me that the bar for the generic writing of the good guy character is, oh, he didn't even try to have sex with you. Oh, he's the good. Okay, sir, congratulations. You're not a 16-year-old boy starved for the cootie cat. Congrats. Like, I hate that that's like the bar. Like, yeah, I wanted to jump on you in the back of that truck, but I didn't. Let me tell you, Benji was the true villain. I'm going to be so for real. Benji was the true villain. In one breath, he'll say, oh, I understand how you feel about not being ready for a relationship. I went through that in my divorce. Hey, yo, so you want to go grab some drinks? You're not even listening to what the hell the girl is saying, but you the good guy? And it really irks me that they always want to portray this persistence with the guy. Oh, she keeps turning you down. Every time he went to talk to her, that girl was running like she smelled the damn manure from the farm. But then she says, yes, no, baby. If the woman don't want you, leave her the hell alone. Stop damn popping up. If her daddy come to you and say, you know what, sir? The ink ain't dry on the divorce. It ain't no ink on the divorce paper. She hadn't even seen the papers yet. This is why this was crazy. In 12 hours, she got divorced, went to her parents' house, turned Benji down 100 times. 48 hours later, she on Benji a damn in the house. Like, it made no. Benji is the real villain. I don't care what first of all, with that name, like, who are you? Like, look, I cannot, with that fake ass name your parents bestowed onto you, Benji. Like, what is your name, bro? It's giving that girl or guy that you know around the way who changed the pronunciation of their name when they hit about 17 years old. That's what Benji was giving for me. Yeah, I can't. Benji is the true villain. I didn't do anything in the back of that truck. Well, you displayed some basic human decency. Congratulations.
It's not even about the back of the truck. First of all, we are inebriated, full of whiskey in the back of the truck, and we want to, get a badge because we didn't take her down then. But we pop up uninvited at her that party, this divorce party. She gets some ecstasy, some Molly, some something, and some drinks in her system. But then she offers like, that long drive that they were conveniently acting like it's long. It was 10 minutes. Clearly, mom and pop in their trailer were down the street on a different lot, Tyler. Okay. But it's just like, you can take the couch. No, I want to sleep in your bed. Oh, since when? Since when? This was terrible. This was absolutely terrible. I saw what Tyler was trying to do. Benji was supposed to be the one that got away. He was supposed to be that. But that good guy trope of, I've stuck it out and been around and I've always wanted you, so I deserve to have and be with you. Movies need to stop doing that. Like, no. Stop doing that. Benji, go to hell. Next slide.
Terrible. And also, he didn't fully wait. Baby had a whole marriage and a baby. So he wasn't waiting.
He wasn't. But, Endgame was always Ava. He didn't really like that wife. He really liked that wife. That's probably why he didn't like them animals. She probably about the animals on the whole thing with everything here that I thought was going to go somewhere didn't. The most let down to me was the signing of the divorce papers, because when you get it, you better be ready. You better have you gonna sign these. I was like, there has to be some manipulation afoot. Nope, it was just like she signed them. I ain't know she was gonna sign him, and now I want you back. I will do you the honor of being with me again. What the hell, Tyler? Sit down. Stalking and snatch ups on all three. I changed my mind because that trailer isn't built for a family of 7. I want to come home. Ava drags Dallas from the home, and Daddy gets dealt with. Now, all of the ramifications that were coming up off of Dallas' connection to Ava, we already have you popping up at my job. I'm your bestie. I got to deal with him cussing me out, disrespecting me. Then we have him continuing to pop up at the home. We have that whole little weak encounter. Benji could have did more in that fight. Like, sir, what are you here for if I got to drag him out? Like, do something. Just big for nothing. We have that happen. When it trickles down to the family, not only your father getting hurt and shot up, injured, almost to the brink of death, if Precious Jr. didn't come out there and stop it. We snatched the mama up in the store. And it's just like these narratives here in correlation with things escalating and Ava going, do you really think I should get a restraint? It's fine. We don't need a restraining order. Like, what? Dallas isn't that. Like, he wouldn't go that far. Like, what? Girl, oh, it made me mad. Tyler, why? Ashley.
Yeah. Again, when he put his hands on the Debbie Morgan, that's when I was like, oh, he got to go. He's a piece of nasty, diabolical work. He needs to be eliminated immediately. But yeah, no, it didn't make any sense at all, because you've gone through all this. You've got the lawyers drawn up the paper. She's come in her freakum dress. Maybe it was the freakum dress that did it. And he said, oh, she's going to meet a man right now. She's been cheating on me this entire time. And again, to your point, I don't need a restraining order. Girl, the man has spat on you. He has abused you, apparently dragged you, done all the things. Your girlfriend got the whole notebook written on everything. Did you not read that back again when you conveniently left it at your parents' house for your mama to read so she could cry and they could have that moment? It didn't make any sense to me. Girl, your life is in danger. Molly, you're in danger. Okay, ma'am. But yeah, he needed to exit stage left. I was really, really disappointed in Papa Lawson in this moment, because baby, you don't pull it out unless you're ready to use it. You should have been up there ready to blow ish up. Like, I would have loved that, like a Terminator style, or, some action movie where they bang, bang everybody. I would have loved to see that. No, but you went out there like a sheep led to slaughter. You know them boys. You talked about it at the funeral. They was violent. They were grapists. They did all these terrible things. And you go, and it's like 5 or 6 of them. Like, sir, it was silly. Silly rabbit. Silly. I mean, I get defending your woman, but let's try something else. Let's do an ambush. You invite him over to your house. Do it one at a time where you have the advantage. Yeah, I didn't.
The fact that Debbie had the drop when she made the frantic, they gonna kill him. Get over there. They gonna kill him. Hurry up. They gonna kill him. They gonna like she already knew like him getting the guns. Like we had the whole narrative of him. I'm a Marine. I'm an ex-Marine, and I'm a, like it just there was absolutely no payoff. I thought he was, even though the stomach was stomaching, and as Nikki said, it was giving Al Sharpton. I thought, he was gonna knock some dust off or something. It was nothing. You went over there for what, Richard? Nikki?
Yeah, he gave the Marines a bad name. I was hyped when he first went in there. That boy put his hands on you and he pulled out the damn sawed-off shotgun. I was hyped. I was like, all right, this how you do it. But baby, you don't give them the home court advantage. You know good and damn well she got a bunch of baby's kids over there, full grown. Why would you go over there by yourself? But then again, like I said earlier, why did she call her daughter, who already you done read the whole damn paper from the squire of everything the man done did to her? Why would you send her ass over here? Why? So he could spit on her some more and then kick the daddy tail? Why didn't you call the law? If y'all don't call the law in this damn, I mean, I know they useless, but baby, if you don't call, why are you calling the daughter who been getting beat down by him to go run over there? And I love that lady so much, but the way they had her screaming on that phone, I was dying laughing. I was dying laughing the way she was screaming on that phone. But it did not make any sense whatsoever that you would go over there by yourself and got your back. You ain't even watching your six. I thought you was a Marine. Like he let them sneak up on him in the. I know they stepped on some leaves and some twigs and sticks. He ain't hear nobody walking up. Man, when I tell you this was the dumbest thing I ever saw in my life. He tried. I'm sorry. Pour one out for the home. But yo, how did he come out the coma in like 6 hours? Cause he literally said the doctor said it don't look good. Next thing you know, he out the coma. I guess his body knew that the boy was dead and he just came up out the coma. That ain't make no damn sense.
Nikki, what would you... Okay. Let me get the super chat. Nikki said she's sippy, y'all. Thank you, Raymond Norwood, for the $5. I love y'all content when you ladies are together. I'm 30-50 on this movie, to be honest, but still, damn Tyler, why? Just why? Absolutely why? And thank you so much for supporting us and everything that we do. We really, really appreciate it. Let me show y'all some love, not only for the super chat, for 200 of y'all being here, and just for Nikki being Nikki, because I just absolutely can't. You guys are hilarious. We'll be right back.
Oh, actually, I'm paying for it. Could you not put my business out on this? Joining us for dinner? Listen, my man.
You know what? We were just about to leave.
I'm trying to order the most expensive bottle of champagne because we finna celebrate. We gonna celebrate what? My divorce. How about that?
Me, myself, and I, and Benji, because we couldn't just have me, myself. We couldn't go out with her being fulfilled in herself. He's even the way she got him over there. He's better than you ever was. And I'm just shut up, Megan. I also really didn't like, which I forgot to bring up, the narrative with Megan in this movie, because this has kind of been surrounding her in real life with the pushback she has been given for being with Jonathan Majors and the things that he's been experiencing in real time with his case and everything. And Megan in real life is giving I'm sick beside him. So to see this here and to have the narrative of, oh, you sticking beside or choosing a spouse that is, accused of abuse or, domestic situations. It's just, I was like, what? Why? And then you have Corey here, and, Tia said, you got to go. Get your bags. Get your bags. It's been long enough, Corey. You got to go. You have two, divorcees here. Just that whole narrative of all of that. Tyra is the copyright queen. I am not. I am absolutely not. We gotta have a good dance break. But Kay, I'm gonna come to you. Do you feel like Richard Lawson did what needed to be done, or he could have just showed his ass up there with some nunchucks and had the same result?
Let me tell you something. My man walked in that house like he was about to turn into John Wick, and I said, I'm for it. That's how you ride. That's how you ride for your girl. You shown we need the strong black man to show up and go in so he can protect the black women. And he got over there and got the Rodney King special. They drugged that ass so bad. And that's not what we needed him to be, the equalizer, and he got stomped completely out. And why would you do that? If you knew you couldn't fight, if you knew you was no match for them hood trailer park boys, if you knew that they get down like that, why did you think you was gonna go over there and do something? Why would you set yourself up for that, walking around here with your Arby's hat like you Walker Texas Ranger? Sir, have several seats, okay? Have several seats, because I was mad at that whole this whole scene, because again, you built me up like something was about to happen. We thought he was about to go full on, have a good shootout moment, and all he did was get taken down through there.
Chad said humiliated that man. Because there was so much momentum. It wasn't like he's this quiet, submissive preacher who, good husband, like, I'm not a fighter. Like, no, I'm a Marine and get the guns. You got to protect yourself. And I might not ever find out. Like, and I didn't really like, like Nikki said earlier, nobody intervening. We got a whole harassment situation happening in this grocery store down here, snatching up poor Debbie. Nobody does anything. No, but I'm a God-fearing woman. Like, oh, Lord, somebody help her. As Felicia was saying for color girls, help her. Somebody help her. Somebody do something. Nobody did nothing. Nobody did anything. Richard Lawson said, I want my revenge. I want my revenge. He did, and got over there, and by the grace of precious mama, she's like, yeah, we let him go. That's enough. If they wouldn't stopped him, he would have just been stomped out. Don't pull out no piece unless you're ready to shoot it, Richard. Let's move on. Thank you, Bree, for the $2. But yeah, that was unintentionally funny. I hate that we found so much laughter in that. But that pretty much, brings us to the end, after we don't report anything to the police and we call our daughter, who's an hour and 30 minutes away, to go get to the house. Like, I'm an hour and 30 minutes. So funny. But yeah, we end off with just the bruises I needed. This is over. Stop pushing good people. And Tyler said we're gonna have this sleeping with the enemy ending. And this is supposed to be Ava taking autonomy over the situation. She disappears and leaves. Like, you know what? You done messed with the wrong one. I'm finally at my wit's end with the lights of Dallas. I'm about to set you up and bring you in here to stage a coup. This did nothing. This was the most anti-climatic type. I was hoping for a little bit more creativity on Tyler's part, because I knew that this was going to be their standoff. It was first of all, it was very short, and it did nothing for me. Nikki, did this do anything for you?
This little third act ending was very much grand opening, grand closing. Like, it didn't do anything at all. And I will say, I was literally messaging Kay as I was watching, and I'm like, the hitting the melodramatics, I know where this is finna go. It is very much giving ghetto enough, as Kay said. Like, it's and she ain't no Jennifer Lopez. Like, it just ain't. I knew what she was setting up. What's the one, and they hit so many like this typical crap. What's the one thing you say to a man to rile him up? Yeah, he hit this like he never did. I'd be like, girl, you don't even know what you're talking about. He the second person you ever slept with. Like, I'm not trusting your judgment. But no, he hopped in the car and he drove 2 hours to it. Babe, when I tell you for the first time Atlanta ain't had no traffic, they had a secret underground tunnel because they was getting to and from so fast. It made no sense. She just sat in that kitchen sipping 3 sips of wine, and next thing you know, he in the house. I thought you was at your mama house. Like, how did you get here? But yeah, this ending was very and honestly, her making the phone call made no sense. It made no, he should have been able to slap that phone. His mama did better slapping the bouquet out her hand than he did slapping the phone away. She shouldn't have even had a chance to call the cops until after she shot him. This ending was, and I don't know why y'all keep saying y'all expected something. Y'all thought Tyler Perry built something up. Y'all, this is Tyler Perry. Like, we know what he does. No. Oh, and to the person who said he didn't go to film school, Quentin Tarantino didn't go to film school, and he never made no trash like this. So let's not blame damn film school, okay?
Nikki sick of it. It just felt like throughout the movie, Megan's acting. Corey did, but Megan's acting. I think in this scene when she was like, it's just when you push a good woman to. I was like, "This is, girl, what are you doing? Y'all should have ran it again." I didn't like any of that. But Nikki, you just sent me with, he was hitting. You ain't never had it like he was hitting it all. I was up against the wall. I ain't like, girl. It was a lie. We saw what happened. It was giving nothing. Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, in this whole entire moment, I'm like, be freaking for real. Like, there's no way. First of all, if we're gonna compare it to Enough, which I agree, Kay and Nikki, but it was a bootleg, broke down, illegitimate version of it, because we saw Jennifer in that movie. She planned for like a week. She was like counting her steps from the door to the counter to the back of the refrigerator. Okay, I got something right there. I'm gonna do my like whatever jujitsu. In this one, her daddy done placed these blickies randomly around the house. He got a blicky. I mean, we're trusting on a lot of things right here. We're having faith in a lot of situations in this moment. And yeah, I don't want to get roughed up first. I mean, I don't want to get roughed up first. But again, just unbelievable. He's ready to take you out right now. Now he's ready to take you out. And my thing with her, as far as her character, this is what sent you over the edge. Not when he spat in your face, not when he drug you, not when he beat you down, broke you down like a fraction, all these years. This was the moment. And now you superwoman. You like just a OG, triple OG Bobby Johnson at this point. No, I didn't believe anything about it. Yeah, in real life, he would have took her out. I mean, he had the blicky aimed at her right then. Like, so many things had to go right for this outcome. But yeah, but this pissed me off. And also when she sees the parents or of the other family, that pissed me off too, because it's over now. This family that done wreaked havoc on the town since day one, now it's over. No retribution, nothing. Is it? Let it be done. Okay, girl. Yeah. No.
I thought maybe that was Tyler way, like, is this open ended? Is this a part 2? Like, this couldn't possibly be over. Not with the Bertrands, baby. This could possibly be over. And now I'm not saying, Tyler has a way of, recycling so many storylines, but this isn't just, enough. There's, enough. There's The Perfect Guy. There's Invisible Man. Like, we've seen this ending. Like I said, Sleeping with the Enemy. We've seen this. There's a way to do it and make it your own. It just did nothing. And I was with you. Like, you need to stop. It's over. I was like, shut up, Megan. Okay.
We've seen a child do better than this in Home Alone, okay? Kevin McAllister set the stage to take down somebody better than this. He could have gave us way better than this. There wasn't even a chase throughout the house. We were right there. We were right there, and we knew, Pops gave her that heat earlier, so we knew that was already there. But at least give us to where we thought something was gonna happen. We assumed that it was gonna be she didn't run up no stairs. They didn't run around the backyard. He didn't, other than trying to hit her as if we were to believe this was happening the whole time. And how did he not see what was coming either? Since they saw Pops coming straight away and took him down, but you didn't see her coming. You didn't see that she was about to pop you off like she did. Like, I just needed, could you have given me a little bit more action? I mean, I needed to see him like drag her legs down the way she dragged him out of the house. Let me see a recreation of that. I never once felt her life was in danger, and I feel like I should have, to make it believable. I never felt like she was about to get it at this point. I was like, this could have been played so much better. And her as an actress could have given us so much better. Like, this, if this was the conclusion, the exciting conclusion, I was completely let down. There was no thrill in this at all.
It's always Megan, Lauren London, and Paula Patton always pissing me off. Stop it. They always making me mad. Did I get everybody on this ending? Because I just want to be done with this. Or anybody got anything else on this? Anything? Good. Nothing else. I love this. Say no washing and dry, no kicking the head between the washer and dryer, or nothing. They didn't give us nothing. They did not give us anything. But leaving off on a note like we only can with Tyler Perry, we always know that there are more things ahead to come. It's always something in production on that line. Medea's Destination Wedding and 6888. Are you anticipating these films? Now look, I ain't anticipating nothing with Mayberg. I don't want to see Mayberg. I was really here for, I thought there was going to be some growth with Tyler Perry when he did that stint and said he was going to retire Medea and he wasn't playing the character anymore doing the movies. He dropped that real quick. He was like, oh no, that's kind of what my bread and butter is. Also in the money, that's what the money resides. Let me go and put this dress back on, this wig. Fine. I'm not anticipating that. I have no choice but to have hope for 6888. If Tyler fails and fumbles, you know, your Oprahs, your I think Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, like, and we know enough to know Tyler and notoriety, names, you know, beloved legendary actors mean absolutely nothing. But with this being a historical event, these are actual factual 6888. These are real women that have had no representation of film made. This is based on a book. Tyler Perry still wrote the screenplay, but it's based on a book. I feel like with him having a little something to maybe go off on, we could potentially get something worthwhile from him. Ashley, I'm gonna come to you first. Are you anticipating either one of these?
You know, it's hard to say if I'm anticipating it. Will I watch? I probably won't watch the Medea one, but I will definitely watch 6888, because here's the thing. Kerry Washington, as a director, as a creative, takes a lot of ownership in the work that she puts out and a lot of pride in it. So I think she would push back quite a bit to deliver a quality product. You know what I mean? So that's my only kind of hope. And I know he has a 4-picture deal with Prime. So these are the ones we know about. There's more in the pipeline because they're making money. At the end of the day, he appeals to his base, and his base is going to support whatever he does. But I have hope in Carrie. I have hope. I know she's going to take a stand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not watching that Medea movie at all. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste my time in that manner. If I watch this movie, it's not me. It's a clone. It's a clone that's gonna watch that. But I'm gonna have hope for 6888. Simply be same thing what Ashley said, that Kerry Washington is a very seasoned actress and she has director experience at this point. So I feel like she would at least say go back and forth with Tyler to say, no, let's do it this way. I know you are in charge of this movie, but from my expertise, we should be able to do it in this format. So I'm going to check that one out in hopes that Kerry spoke up and stood up for this movie so that it wouldn't be trash as the rest of the projects he's put out.
You're on mute, Tyra.
Was Jasmine Blues a decent watch? I feel like that's one of the most recent, like, decent movies. Tyler gave effort. It was a decent watch. I mean, it's decent as a stretch, you know. It was there were meat, bones, and potatoes there. There was a lot of potential there. And I feel like he executed that one well enough for me to see that he does have potential to do more than a Mea Culpa or A Divorce in the Black. So there's that. Nikki, will you be checking these out? Are you pulling up to the destination wedding?
Are you anticipating these films? Are you pulling up? Am I anticipating heartburn? Am I anticipating a flesh-eating bacteria? That is as much as I am anticipating the damn Tyler Perry movie. Am I pulling up the same way Al Sharpton pulled up to Dallas Mama House? That's by how I'm gonna pull up to the movie. I wouldn't make my worst enemy watch the new Madea movie. I don't think so. I don't think I'm anticipating them. I don't think so. But if something happens and like I lose all my brain cells and my good sense and good taste, I might pull up.
Well, can you guys real quick in the chat let us know if you would be here for us recapping a Madea Destination Wedding and 6888 or anything else that Tyler Perry has coming down the pipeline? If you guys are going to engage and show up, that's the only reason I'll watch it or recap it. Are you guys interested in us discussing? Because I've never actually discussed a Madea Tyler Perry movie on the channel. This is only my second one with Mea Culpa. Are you guys here for a Destination Wedding? Or because all the Tyler Perry key players from Brown, Mr. Brown to Cora are looks to be in this movie. Look like everybody's here. Anybody? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh Lord. Oh, let's see. I'm looking. She says the only way she'd watch if it's the recap. We'll be there. Okay. Well, tell us how you really feel, Nikki. She did, don't she? Don't she? Y'all go to her channel. She do that for everything. Go subscribe. Oh, that's the only way y'all watch is if you guys recap. Only to talk trash. I'm really hoping, and I know you guys are putting a lot of stock in Kerry Washington, but it just seems like sadly, with the lack of diversity and some of the mistreatment, casting, pay discrepancies with Black actors in Hollywood, especially the women, and just the men not getting a whole lot of opportunities, depending. It's just like when Tyler gives them a check, it's just like, I got the best treatment I ever had at Tyler Perry Studios. You know, everything was everything. So sometimes the role just takes a back seat. I don't know. I'm hoping Kerry will be different. Let's see. Tyler, good things in this way. 6888. Okay. Also, why with big streaming service only making movies with Tyler Perry? Ciao. I'm sure Tyler Perry has a really good deal. The fact that Ashley stated that there's 4 films for Prime, I didn't know that. I'm sure it's an easier, not only with him doing everything for the films, but Tyler has a whole studio. I'm sure the breakdown is different than what it would be to give, somebody with a better direction, better script and opportunity. But yeah, they're going to forever attach to Tyler Perry. And these perform. Either we're hate watching or, he has his fan base. These movies do very well. They're always #1 every time they come out. So it's like, why would I change anything? Oh, let's see. I need him to give them to Tubi. He ain't going over there. Tubi's free. He's absolutely not going over there. But this has been interesting. This has been absolutely interesting. You guys have been wonderful, not only in the chat, but on the panel. I'm going to play this funeral scene one more time because why not? And then we are going to come back and get on out of here. Get ready to shake your tambourines in the house of the Lord.
There mountains that I would have to find a climb. There will be mountains that I would have to climb, and there will be battle.
Oh, I need Tyler to have an infamous scene like that so I can use that sound again. I love it. I absolutely love it. Anytime y'all want us to review these Tyler Perry movies, anytime Tyler decides to take us to church, I'm going to use those sound bites. Kay, I'm going to come to you first to let the people know what you have coming up on your channel and what they need to do to come on over and find you. Go ahead, Kay.
Hey, nerds, blurds, come on over. I cover a lot of sci-fi, mainly horror, comic book stuff. I watch a lot of stuff, so you'll never be bored. You'll never have anything not to watch. I have reviews of old school, throwback, underrated movies in the shorts. House of Dragon on Mondays, Interview with the Vampire. We're coming back for season 1 on Tuesdays. We just finished covering The Boys. We're going to start with Lady in the Lake. I am trying to put out reviews for Long Legs and Oddity. So watch out for those two. So those are what's next for me, trying to give y'all a couple of more of these horror movie views. And yes, watching plenty of stuff. So come on over and hit subscribe.
Over there and hit subscribe. Did y'all hear what she said? Did y'all hear what she said? Go subscribe. I see y'all in here. It is exactly 128 people here on my end. Go over there and subscribe to Kay if you haven't already, and get my girl. Kay just got monetized. Go show Kay some love. Kay is putting out a lot of wonderful content, and I just want all of us to grow in abundance and be supported here on the platform. Nikki, say it like you mean it, ass Nikki. I'm gonna come to you next so you can get everything off your chest and let the people know when to come find you and get that good old horror news. Go ahead, Nikki.
Y'all can find me on King Nikki TV. I will be doing 20 best comedies of all time. I have that coming up. Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys Ride or Die is coming to streaming on July 23rd. I will be doing a first time watch live watch along. I also have my horror series, KillerCon, every single week, every Saturday, 5 p.m. Central. Kay and Tyra are on there with me. So if you love horror, we talk all things horror there. And if you want just straightforward opinions on the latest movies, TV shows, just come on over, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you support.
Y'all heard what she said? Get over there and support. There's some fabulous content coming out, not even just from Kay, but Nikki, myself, experiencing the horror panel. If you enjoy horror, there is not enough space here on YouTube of Black people, Black women discussing horror in abundance. So I would really love for you guys to get over there and support her in all that she does with that. It's the hard space to be in on YouTube to discuss horror, because y'all don't even know the half. Y'all don't know the half, but y'all go and support that. Thank you. Last but not least, Ashley with the sweet perspective, because she reviews everything. What you got coming up, Ashley? Go ahead.
Everything, honey. Tonight, I will be dropping Lady in the Lake, 2 videos, episodes 1 and 2, the review, and we'll actually be doing the live later this week. I'll be dropping my Interview with a Vampire, season 1, episode 3 review. My Serpent Queen and Unprisoned season 2 reviews will be up either tonight or tomorrow as well. And don't forget House of the Dragon. That'll be up by 1 a.m., okay? Because we're watching it right now as soon as we get off of here. But y'all just hit the notification bell. Thank you for subscribing. And thank y'all in the chat for showing up and showing out on a Sunday night. We appreciate y'all real bad. And Tyra, thank you for hosting. We appreciate you.
There will be mountains. I do what I can. That I will have. I do what I can, and I can't wait for us to do it again. Anybody and everybody who has been anticipating us finally getting into season 1, episode 1 of Interview with a Vampire, be on the lookout Tuesday. We are doing our best to get that up and rolling. I know you guys know I was in the dark. I was in the dark, like Ava. I was in the dark for quite some time. And now that everything is everything, I can't wait to do that. We also have Lady in the Lake coming up Wednesday and some other just fire reviews I have coming. Be on the lookout for that. And every Saturday streaming on my channel will be Nikki's horror panel. Please show up and support in that if you enjoy horror. It's a thing. It's a vibe. But you guys, we are about to get out of here. We appreciate you guys for being here, and we hope that you return in the future. Good night, y'all.
My